All right. Welcome, friends and family, to the live stream. Since I was just sending messages to you guys and you couldn't see me or hear me for the last 10 minutes, but hey, I guess I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. So, just to recap, you guys saw all the messages I sent, so I'm not going to go over those again, but I do want to I will go over one of them again because I think it's important to go over one of them. But at the end of the day, I screwed up. So let's just get it out there, all right, people? Let's just get it out there. Your boy did it again and trying to fix things, so whatever. All right, so hello to everyone who's out there. Happy Australia Day and all of that jazz, all right? Now, one thing I do want to talk about, so Video Moments, Sue Baker said, hey, buddy, what happened last week? I lost your feed. So what had happened was, brother just don't know what happened. It was one of 16,000 things, okay? So I did an error log and I sent it to the company that owns the streaming software that I use. The streaming software that I use is called vMix. So I ran an error report, sent it to them, sent them an email saying, hey, can you tell me what the hell's going on? And they told me, hey, well, it's one of these 16,000 things. But what it really boils down to is it's either the internet connection, it's either a cable, like an internet, like an Ethernet cable or whatever, because I have Ethernet. So I'm not doing wireless. I'm going straight Ethernet. So I shouldn't be losing anything, but maybe I got a bad cable or something. And then they said that it might even be the video encoder, but they doubt that. And if it is the video encoder, then it might be something with the software. So I got to do a little bit of research to figure out what the heck it was. So thank you guys for sticking with me through the 2 minutes of like nothing going on there except a lot of words going across the screen. And thank you for Peter for letting me know that I was screwing up. Appreciate you. All right. Let me get back into these comments. All right. So basically, I just want to give you the real lowdown real quick on how the live stream goes down every single Wednesday. And thank you guys for jumping in and joining me every single Wednesday to go through all of this madness with me. So first and foremost, I started at 8 o'clock. Of course, I started 2 minutes late, or even more than 2 minutes late. But I started late because of the technical difficulty. No, the human error. Because of the human error, I started late. But I go from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. So I live stream with you guys for 1 hour. Una hora, por favor. And at the end of that, I go hang out with my wife because I made that commitment to her. But during that hour, I go ahead and answer your questions. So get your questions primed and ready, okay? Get your stuff ready to ask me questions, and I will do my best to answer them. Now, for those of you who support this channel monthly by being a member of Team PDU, I thank you so much for your support. It means the world to me. If you would like to go ahead and support me even more, regardless of whether you are a member of Team PDU or not, if you would like to support me, there's a $ at the bottom of the chat section. If you click on that, you can send me a super chat or a super sticker, which will help support the channel so I can continue to make tutorials to help you learn how to use PowerDirector. And I also have this shirt on. So, it says One Tough Editor on it. And it comes in all shapes, sizes, and colors. As you can see at the top of the chat, there is a pinned chat, and it is actually a link to this shirt, to my store, where you can get this shirt and a whole lot of other merchandise if you want to go ahead and support the channel as well. Now, you also see some shirts on the merch shelf at the bottom of the video. I also have a website, PowerDirectorUniversity.com, and you can go there and get LUTs and thumbnails and frames and all kind of great stuff that you can use in your videos as well. So that's how you can help me out. That's how you can support me to keep supporting you. Now, let me see what kind of info we got here. So Cranking and Yanking says, cool, I can see and hear. I'm healed. Yeah, well, it was all my fault. Some of that little mystery that I like to put out in the live streams. I like to put a little mystery out there for you guys to keep you guessing, keep you wondering. Is it me or is it him? Is it me or is it him? It was me, okay? It was me. But thank you for that. And I got back to your email, Cranking and Yanking, so just in case you wanted to know. Speaking of email, If you guys ever want to contact me, or you got other questions, or you want to see what else is going on, or you want to know when the next live stream is because, hey, you forgot or you just been missing it all the time, make sure that you're following me on social media. If you're not following me on social media, all you got to do is do at PDU_tutorials. And you will find me on Facebook. You'll find me on Twitter. You'll find me on Instagram. You'll find me on YouTube using that. Like, it's at PDU_tutorials. You can get with me on any of them things. So you don't got to worry about missing me or missing my videos, missing my tutorials, missing my live streams. You want to see my memes. I'm a pretty good meme guy. I send a lot of great memes on a regular basis. You've been missing my memes. You need to do hashtag meme life. Hashtag meme life. I'm hitting you with crazy memes. All right. Peter J. Milner says, here in the UK, we call it a blockage behind the keyboard. Yeah, that's the human error, a blockage behind the keyboard. I call it an ID10T. So if you write ID10T, you'll know what I am. Okay, you'll know exactly what I am. An ID10T. So I just screwed that up. All right. My man Phil Hatton, what's going on, Phil? Love your channel, love what you do, my brother. He says, hey, Malik, I'm still not clear on the need for LUTs. Why are they important? I don't know if LUTs are important or not. It really depends on the individual and if you want to use them. So LUTs or lookup tables are basically it's basically a calculation for different types of color, right? So if you feel like your color looks good, you look like sometimes you can record something straight out of camera and it looks great. You don't need a LUT, or you don't want to use a LUT because you don't want to change the atmosphere or the feel of the image. But LUTs are good when you need to or want to use them for certain circumstances. So let's say you're creating a movie or a scene and you want it to seem somber or sad. Then you might use a LUT that gives it a tint of blue. Now, you might just be able to go to your color adjustments and change the tint or the hue, right, of the image and change it to more of a blue. But a LUT gives it a specific look that you might want for the mood, the setting, the style of the video that you're doing. If it's a happy summer day, you might want it to be warm. So you might want to add a LUT on there to make your image look warmer, right? There's other ways to do it. You don't have to use LUTs, but LUTs are faster, okay? So people like to apply LUTs to things because it's a quick and dirty way to kind of create a stylistic look to an image. So they're not important unless you need to use it or you want to use it for your own film. That's it. All right. We got, looks like Ernie Hayden says, question, I'm building a Udemy course and using PD. How do I do a split screen? Talking head next to PowerPoint slide, or a talking head in a cloud circle atop my PowerPoint slide, yada, yada, yada. So there's a lot of different ways you can do that. All right. So let's go ahead and go into the world of PowerDirector and see if we can kind of give you an idea of what it might look like. So hopefully you guys can see my screen. No more ID10T. All right. So let's say we got this video, or let's just use, we got this video here. And let's say this is a video of you speaking. So what you want to do is there's a few different ways you can go about doing this. So you can double click on this and you can go to object settings and you can change the scale. So when you bring the scale down, you'll notice that now you have this other image. This could be you talking in this image here, right? Now, there's other things you can do to it as well if you wanted to. You could go to Tools and Mask Designer. If you wanted it to be a circle, you can click on the circle and it'll have a circle with you can have one that has a feathered, or you can have a straight one. And then if you wanted to, let's say, I don't know. Let's click OK on this. I'm going to double click it again. And let's say we wanted to add a border. Then you can add a border around yourself. So you would be talking in this little window here and just saying whatever you want to say. If you wanted it to be a split screen, then I show a video on how to do a split screen, but you can do split screens a bunch of different ways. What I'm going to do here, hold on. What I'm going to do here is change the mask designer here. And instead of being a circle, I'm just going to do a full screen. I should have scaled it back up. I didn't, but that's life. Just going to drag this over here and drag that halfway over. Now, when I scale it back up, I'm doing this in the wrong order, so forgive me. But I'm just trying to give you an idea here. If I scale this back up, and change it back to a 1. And I position it where I want it. Now I got it on one half of the screen and the other video on the other half of the screen. So a bunch of different ways you can go about doing it. Once again, if I got it like half and half screen and I want to have a line between the two, I could just add a border. And if I hit OK, you just see the line down the middle. You don't really see the line that was at the top, right? So you can do split screens. You got to use the mask and the PIP. If you want to, I got a bunch of videos on YouTube about how to do a split screen. I have a bunch of videos on YouTube about how to do PIP. So if you look up PowerDirector PIP or PowerDirector Picture in Picture, it'll show you more about that. And you can also look up PowerDirector Split Screen, and it'll show you how to use the mask to do the split screen. So there you go. All right. All right. So let's see. Ambiance. You want to add some ambiance. Yes, cranking and yanking. TSG Adventures and stuff says, hey, just a quick update on my PD365 trouble. It came back, so I just deleted all my downloaded music by going into the file folder. Once I delete it, it no longer gets the parameter is incorrect message. Well, I mean, glad that you were able to figure it out. Seems like a lot of deleting to get done, but as long as you didn't have a lot of music in there, then I guess it was pretty quick. So I'm glad you got it fixed. Catching with Key TV said, hey, Malik, I'm new to the PD subscription. Do I need to delete the old file to keep space free for future projects? So I always recommend that you archive your entire project in a separate external drive. That means all the files you used, your saved file, all that stuff. I don't ever recommend like deleting them if you don't have to. Deleting the files will free up space, but also you can delete like your shadow files. You can delete your proxy files or temporary files. Those things that help free up some space as well. I have a video that shows how to delete those other files that are being saved behind the scenes from PowerDirector that take up space on your drive. Don't remember exactly what the topic was. So if you saw there, it's called what is disk space and how do I get more of it? So I'll pull it back up on the screen again. So if you want to go check out that video, you can look it up, check it out. It'll tell you how to free up some disk space by deleting some of those other files. But if you're talking about deleting like your save file and your project files and things like that, I have a different video on that one, how to archive projects. And I think you want to watch that one. I'll pull that up on the screen for you real quick too. So as you can see, it was called How to Archive Projects for Safekeeping. But then also, if you ever lose a project, I have another one, How to Recover Lost Projects. Pretty simple to do. Like I got all kind of stuff, man. Y'all know I got it. You look it up, you gonna find it. Look it up, you'll find it. Just look, and you shall be rewarded with my blessings. All right. Peter J. Milner said, I would do the talking headshots against a green screen and use chroma key to replace the green background with anything you wanted. Yeah, that was going to make it a lot more interesting. Just try not to do too much in the background, because if you're doing instructional videos for Udemy, you don't want a distracting background behind you while you're talking. You want it to be probably something nice and calming. It doesn't have to be like, to Peter's point, it doesn't have to be like just a straight blue background. It could be something, but just don't overdo it. Make it too distracting from the lesson that you're teaching. All right. My man William Palanick says, good evening, Malik. What's going on, William? Thank you for all your support that you always give me. Checking out all of my videos. This dude is like almost like always one of the first people to hit me up whenever I upload a video to YouTube. So thank you, William. You've been hanging out with me for years, bruh. Appreciate you. Alan is in the building. Sound Speeds in the house. Alan is in the building. He says, dude, great to catch you live. Thank you, Alan. Hey, Alan gives to charity every year. He has a super duper live stream. He didn't invite me this year, though. But that's all right, Alan. I see you. I see you, Alan. I see you. But Alan does a great job on his channel, Sound Speeds. He is a boom operator. He's been on TV. He's done TV. He's done movies. He's a professional, y'all. If you ever have any sound questions, you better go to Sound Speeds. You better check out his videos, because he's going to have the answers for you. And ask him questions. He's always answering questions about stuff. I mean, when he's not on set doing his professional thing, he's helping people out. So if you ever got problems or questions, or you just want to learn about sound, go to Sound Speeds, people. You're missing out if you're not, all right? My man Alan will get you right. Phil Haddon said, so could you do a screen recording of the PowerPoint at the same time as recording from a webcam, or would you have to record both separately? You can actually do both at the same time. So in PowerDirector, if you use a screen recorder, you can record the screen and you can record yourself. So once again, I'm going to direct you to the wonderful world of YouTube, because I think I have a tutorial on this one too. And trying to remember what the search term I used was. Here we go. No, that's not the one. I'll try to look for it in a minute, try to get it to you, but I know I did a video on now I'm determined to find this. I know I did this video recently on how to do a screen recording. Here we go. It's called a reaction video. So I made a video. It's called how to make a reaction video in PowerDirector. Now, in a reaction video, you are usually recording yourself while you're watching like another video. So basically what you have to do is you got to record your screen at the same time that you're recording yourself so that everything is synced up. So this is a video.
Nonsense way for your business to stay connected. Get the fastest internet speeds in the nation.
So how to make a reaction video, check it out. It'll show you how to record the screen and record yourself at the same time. If I remember correctly, I haven't watched it in a long time, but I'm pretty sure that's exactly what I show how to do during this video. So you can do it. All right. Yep. Peter Milner says, hey, catching with Key TV, before removing any project from your system, use the option to pack project and archive it first. That way you can always bring it back if you need to in the future. And that's exactly what I was talking about. That video that I showed you how to archive your projects for safekeeping will show you exactly how to do that. So Robert Blackburn said, should I shoot in 4K? I can't tell the difference in quality. Some people can, some people can't. There's a few different reasons why you should shoot in 4K. First reason, quality is better. Resolution is higher. And higher resolution means that you can crop or zoom into things without losing quality. So if you are shooting 4K and you're delivering in HD or 1080p or even 720 or whatever, when you crop into things, you zoom in, you're not going to lose quality. That's probably one of the biggest reasons to shoot in 4K for most people, because to your point, some people can't tell the difference. But if you shoot in 1080p and you zoom into something, you can tell. You'll have a lot of pixelation going on and you can see it. If you shoot in 4K, depending on how far you zoom in, right? If you're trying to get in somebody's eyeball, you still gonna see some pixelation. But if you're zooming in a reasonable amount and you have 4K and you're delivering your video is being broadcast or delivered at 1080p, you're not going to have any loss in resolution. So that's the biggest reason that most people shoot in 4K. I never shoot in anything less than 4K. Now, there are challenges that can come with that based on how much storage space you have for you archiving your projects, based on the specs of your PC and how fast you're going to be able to edit, or how much it might bog your PC down. Your video card. There's a lot of different things that you need to take account for if you're going to decide to shoot in 4K. It's not just about seeing the difference. There's other challenges that might come with it. So if you don't have the specs, if you don't have the storage space, if your computer edits or works harder or edits slower because you're using 4K, those may be other reasons not to do 4K. But if you want to do 4K and you want to have that high resolution and you want to be able to take advantage of having 4K, then you're going to have to make sure that you have all of your ducks lined up in a row, your specs right, all of that, yada, yada, yada. So that's my opinion. Mike Rochester says, hi, I'm a first timer. What's up, Mike? Welcome to the chat, my friend. Thank you for joining us. Glad to have you along for the ride, baby. Peter says, yes, always shoot in 4K. I do. I don't see any reason not to. For my, like I said, my situation, I'm good. Always shoot in 4K. I have all the necessary specs. I got storage. I got everything I need. I'm good. Steve Williams asked Robert Blackburn, do you have a 4K monitor? You don't have to have a 4K monitor to shoot in 4K. Now, my monitor, it's like extra large. It's crazy big. So it's more than 4K. I can't remember what it is. It might be 5K or 6K or something. But it really doesn't matter. It really matters about, like I said, there's different things that you want to take into account. A monitor is one thing. Like if you want to be able to see the difference, like to your point might be, hey, buddy, you can't see the difference because you're not using a 4K monitor. So if you're not using a 4K monitor, how are you going to see the difference, right? If you do have a 4K monitor, you should be able to see the difference in quality, because if you have a 1080p video and a 4K video and you're using a 4K monitor, you should see the difference. If you're not, probably not. So that might be Steve Williams' point, that not using a 4K monitor is not going to allow you to see the difference. So William Palanick says, due to bad weather, I don't have work tonight. Well, that's a good thing. That means you get to join me, my brother. So, I hope you're not losing no money, though. I hope you're still getting paid. If you're not getting paid, then it might not be such a good thing. So, Peter says, there's a relatively new channel called Permanent Tourist in Helsinki, who is now doing a few PD tutorials. His latest one is on the PIP Designer, I think. That's cool. I love seeing other guys out there getting a PowerDirector on, man. I mean, I would like for it to be like as big as like Adobe and all these other ones, but it is what it is. But anytime I see somebody out there doing a PowerDirector thing, I'm very pleased to see more people jumping into this space. Collaborate with your boy. I've collaborated with Sharper Turtle. I've collaborated with Alan from Sound Speeds. More collaborations I can get, the better. I like to help other people's channels grow as well as, them help me. So I'm happy about that. Steve the Gamer 55 says, thank you for helping with so many tutorials for so many years, and also made my production so much easier for my YouTube channel. You're welcome, Steve the Gamer. Hey, man, I'm always in here trying to help out my people. You know me. And it means a lot to hear from you and everybody else out there. Every time you guys hit me up and tell me that I've helped you start your channel, help you make your channel grow, helped you just understand the intricacies of video editing and just get involved and start doing something to help make your life more enjoyable. Or, I've had people tell me things like, man, you changed my life, because now I'm making whatever figures now on YouTube and things like that. And I'm like, wow, it's incredible. Like, you never think about you having an impact on somebody that's so large, and even somebody saying something like, you changed my life. Like, I was working a 9-to-5 job and I hated it, and now I just get to make YouTube videos and talk with my people and have fun thanks to you. And that means a lot, man. So, hey, Steve the Gamer 55, I'm glad I was able to help you out. And all of you, I'm glad I was able to help all of you guys out, man. Really, really, really. Courtney Fuel says, hi, gang. Sorry so late. Why you late, Courtney? What was you doing? Anyway, all right. EC Tofix. I think that says, I don't know if that's to fix. I don't know if that's two flicks. I know it says two fix, but I'm just wondering if that's how I pronounced it. Did I pronounce it right? EC two fix. All right. Anyway, said I have the PD365 version. However, today I tried to put old .mov videos in the PD I'd taken with an Olympus camera in the 2000s. However, the audio portion of the videos won't show up. Any ideas? And this is PD365. I'm not too sure on why the audio is not showing up. Now, there used to be like on old versions of PowerDirector, like there used to be a patch, a hot fix for audio from MOV files. And I don't know if that's gonna work with PowerDirector 365. But let me see if it's still here. So let's see. The video. Let me just bring this other screen on here so you can see it. All right, so here's a video. It's called How to Fix ACC Audio Quality Hot Fix. So this is for ACC audio, which is usually the audio that is with a .mov file. There was a hot fix. This is old, man. This is like back 6 versions ago. I don't know if this is gonna jive with PowerDirector 365. Also, you can see here there's a link in the PowerDirector forum. This audio not included when MOV added to track. So you can read through this forum thread if you want to, see if there's anything in here. Or if you want to, what you might do is if you read this thread and it doesn't help you, go to the forum index, go to PowerDirector 21 and PowerDirector 365, because like I tell everybody, PowerDirector 365 is just PowerDirector 21 Ultimate with some extras. That's all it is. But anyway, I digress. So if you go into this, you can click on new topic and you can sign in. If you're not signed in, you're going to have to log in or whatever. But when you click on new topic, once you're logged in, you can create your own thread and you can ask about it. Now, this forum is just PowerDirector users. It's not anybody who works at Cyberlink. So it's just people like us right here in the chat, people who love using the program and people who want to help people out. So you can go in here, check it out, ask your question. Hopefully, one of these resources helps you. Either this old thread, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. This was like an old version of PowerDirector back in the day. But obviously that issue existed back then. Maybe it'll work now, fix it. Same thing, this video here that I did about it many years ago. Maybe it'll help out. This video is like 6 years old, so maybe it won't help. I don't know. All right. Hope that helped you out. EC to fix. It'd be nice if it was easy to fix. Maybe instead of EC. I don't know. I don't know your channel, so maybe EC to fix is correct. All right. I moved my project files. Oh, sorry. This is Geezer2Tech. Says, I moved my project files to a different drive. PD couldn't open the project even when I pointed to the new location. So the key is when you pack your project materials, it sends the project file, which is the .pds file, as well as all of the files used in the project. You can't just move your files used in the project. You gotta pack the project material so that it sends over the PDS file and all the project files. Then when you click on that PDS file from that location, it's already pointing at all of the files in that same location where you saved it to, and it'll open them all back up. If that doesn't work, then you got to call in Superman, or you got to call in Cyberlink support. But it should work. I've never not had that work. I always archive my projects that way. I pack project materials, it sends them all. I choose a folder, I put them all in there. If I ever need to go back to it, I just click on that PDS file, everything opens up, all the files are there. It's always worked for me. MB says, hey everyone, my weekly dose of late night editing in PDU chat. Hey, late night editing is always fun, and when you can add some PDU chat to that, sure, you in editing bliss, baby. Editing bliss. Annie and Spence, what's going on? They say, hi Malik, can you edit 360 footage in PD? I saw your older video changing the aspect ratio to 360, but my current PD mobile app doesn't have 360 as an option. Yeah, so you can definitely edit 360 footage on your PC, but the app does not have 360 capabilities at this time. I don't know what's going to happen with the app, if they're going to add that in or not. I guess I think it would make sense if more cell phones or tablets had 360 video to do that. Maybe they're not considering importing 360 video footage into into your smartphone or into your tablet. So maybe that's why it's not integrated into the app yet. But maybe they'll do it in the future. Cake Rins or Cakerins, I don't know, whatever. I'm trying to figure out your name. Just hit me up with the pronunciation. Says, I'm trying to understand why my webcam looks amazing in raw footage, but PD seems to lose quality after producing an MP4 file. So, what are your settings for your MP4 file that you're producing to? What is your bit rate of your MP4 file that you're producing to? What are you viewing the footage on? So there's a whole lot of different things that I would ask that I don't really know the answer to from that. It's not really easy to answer by just saying, hey, my footage doesn't look good after I produce it. There's a whole lot of different factors that go into producing the video and where you're watching it at and what your production settings are and things like that. So, excuse me. All right, got some conversation here about the MOV file. Larry Orr says, I don't shoot in 4K because I don't think my Dell laptop from around 2014 can handle it. You're probably right, Larry. I would doubt that that laptop from 2014 will be able to handle it. So to your point, if you're not going to be able to work with the files, the file size, the labor intensity of the file on your machine because of your machine specs, it wouldn't make sense to shoot it. All you're going to do is frustrate yourself, right? But if you're willing to go ahead and up those specs and, jump into a more powerful machine that can handle it, and if you got enough storage, then go for it. But your situation, it makes total sense to shoot in a lower resolution if you're satisfied with the machine that you have and you're cool with editing on that. Steve Williams says, at Peter J. Milner, good idea. Those MOV can be a bit funny and sometimes don't even import to PD at all. Yeah, so MOV files have a lot of different, I wouldn't say, I guess you could say codecs if you want to, but there are a lot of different settings for them. You have like animation, you have JPEG sequence, you have MP4, you have, there's all types of different types of MOV files. So PowerDirector can only accept certain MOV files of certain types. So you're right, it can't import like every MOV file. MOV is a container, and there are different codecs inside of it, different types of MOV files. So when Peter says go to Handbrake and convert it, Handbrake is going to convert it to like an MP4 file, which is a type of file that PowerDirector can handle. So if you're taking your MOV file and you're converting it to MP4, you should be good. Right? Now, in some circumstances, you can't do that because if it has like an alpha channel in the MOV file and you convert it to an MP4, you're going to lose the alpha channel. But luckily, PowerDirector can handle MOV files with alpha channels as long as they're the right codec. So if you ever use like a MOV file with an alpha channel, and all that means is that it has a transparent background. So if you have an MOV file with a transparent background or alpha channel, then what you want to do is, if it's not being imported into PowerDirector, is you want to download and install a program called Qt Lite. And it's not really even a program, it's just a bunch of codecs. So Qt Lite is a way to get MOV codecs onto your machine. Because Windows stopped supporting MOV codecs a long time ago. So if you can't get them, then download and install Qt Lite, and you will be able to then use MOV files in PowerDirector, as long as they're a type of MOV file that PowerDirector supports. EC2Fix said, thank you. I'll check it out. Please save this live event so I can refer back to it. You're also, this live stream and all of my live streams are all going to be available after the live stream. No worries. If you can't find them, they're all just the same Q&A live, and then they have the date. So today's will be Q&A live 1.25.23. And if you still can't find it, just go to my channel and go to my video section and go to the live streams, and you can look back through all my live streams. What? Neil Forbes says, sorry I'm late. Hot day here. Got back from a swimming pool. My brother, you ain't supposed to be swimming during live stream time, man. Get your act together, Neil. What's going on, Neil? Thank you. Happy Australia Day, my brother. AJ says, how can I bleep out profanity in videos? Did I say something wrong, AJ? I would never say any blatant profanity. I don't think I would anyway. But yes, my friend, plenty of ways, days of ways and all kinds of things to get out profanity. Let's see here. I made a video. It's called How to Censor Bad Words.
This is Kayla. She's a video editor on Fiverr, a platform for freelance services. Kayla will make
So I told that filthy to get up out my face before I whoop his monkey back to the Stone Age. I'm going to show you how to cover up some nasty, naughty. So hopefully that works for you. I'll show you how to do that. So it'll bleep out the bad words. I put a little, blur over my mouth and all kind of jizzy jazzy stuff. Try to, be a little fancified with it. So hopefully that helps you out. HoneyHole352 says, ever since my laptop updated to Windows 11, SmartFix will crash my 365. Man, that sucks. So, unfortunately, anytime your operating system is updated, changed, whatever, it's always susceptible to jacking up something in any of your programs, not just PowerDirector. I mean, it could be that all your other programs are working great, but that's just one of the things that tends to happen when people update their operating system or they upgrade to a new operating system. Unfortunately, that's a part of like computers, man. The good thing about it is if you report what's happening, then PowerDirector or the people at Cyberlink can go ahead and take a look at it and look into it and try to get it fixed. So if you don't know, how to go ahead and report an issue before it crashes, okay? Don't do it after it crashes because you won't be able to do it because it's crashed. But you can go to File, go to Rate Us and Provide Suggestions. And then you can go ahead and type in, every time I updated my laptop to Windows 11, and now every time I open SmartFix, PowerDirector crashes. Can you look into this? Blah, blah, blah. Can you tell me how to do an error log? Yada, 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 yada. Now, if you don't know how to do an error log, but let's say you wanted to tell them, hey, I have an error log, because if you know how to do one, or if you don't know how to do one, in the PowerDirector forum, there's actually a thread that tells you how to go ahead and do. And I think it's this one here that says before posting. I think it tells you how to do a let's see. I think it tells you how to do a log, error log, somewhere on here. PowerDirector help file. I think that's it. Nah, this is just the portal where you can get questions answered. But you can go here too if you want to like get support, ask questions to PowerDirector. So it's got a whole bunch of different things here, a lot of questions and stuff that you can answer right here about PowerDirector. So that's in the forum. Tutorials, Learning Center. Here's where you submit a support. It takes you to a place to submit a support ticket here if you need help. I really want to find that damn thing. How to do. Here it is. DXDiag file. So this is basically not like a PowerDirector error file or anything, but it's a diagnostic of your machine. So sometimes in order for them to help you, they tell you to go ahead and create a DXDiag file. And basically it's a tool that'll save the information on your computer, tell you all about your PC and stuff like that. It's got some troubleshooting tips on here. So the forum is a good place to go for other references, as you can see. But this is basically under the PowerDirector 21 and 365 section. Read me before posting. Has a lot of good information in here that you might be able to use to help you out with your situation. But otherwise, Like I said, you can report it here file, rate us and provide suggestions, and then you can go ahead and send something directly to PowerDirector about your issue. And make sure that you include your email address here so that they respond to you. Let's see. Just looking for other questions. I'm not stuck. It's no more ID 10T errors today. Sound Speed says, does Audio Director have the ability to extract audio tracks from old MOV files? I don't think that it would have an issue doing that. I'm pretty sure that if you were to import the video file into Audio Director, that it would easily be able to extract the audio from that, and you can save it as, you know, a WAV file or a any type of audio file that you would probably need to save it to. So I don't think it would be a problem. I haven't tried that before, to be truthful with you, but it's never failed to extract audio from any of the video files that I've brought into it in the past. Yep, Cranking and Yanking said Sound Speed Audio Director will record anything that comes out of your speakers, so yes. Well, I think that as long as, like you said, it can be played, it has audio in the file, it should work. I don't think Audio Director really cares about the video aspect of it. It's looking for the audio file, and if it recognizes it, it should play it. LW said, hello, everyone. Hello, LW. All right. Steve Williams brought up a great point. Audacity is also excellent in grabbing any audio that's playing on your PC. AJ said, last question. Which is better for good voice changing? Audio editor and PowerDirector or Audio Director program? PowerDirector has some cool little effects that you could do. I would say that Audio Director probably has the same capabilities, but more. You can tweak your voice a lot more using Audio Director than you can with PowerDirector. So if you know what you're doing and you want to make changes to someone's voice, then Audio Director is the more powerful tool for changing voices. If you just want to use presets to change voices, I think PowerDirector and Audio Director, they I haven't looked at them side by side, but I think they probably have some pretty similar presets for voice changes. So once again, if you want to dial in specific voice changes and things on your own, PowerDirector is better. Ernie Hayden says, first time to the live chat, Malik. Your knowledge is encyclopedic. Wow. Hey, I do some things right. Okay, I screw up a lot, but sometimes I get some things right. And luckily, video editing is one of my passions, so I gotta keep my knowledge right. But it's not only me, man. Look in the chat. Look at all these people with all of these ideas and answers to questions and stuff like that. It's the whole community, man. We ride together. We do these things together. I'm lucky enough to know like where to go. Like some of the stuff that I know from looking it up, going to different places. PowerDirector forum's a great resource. I learned a lot from the dudes on the forum, man. And you know, just interacting with them, things like that. Interacting with my PowerDirector peeps, learning from them. So I appreciate the kudos, though, man. I'm not gonna, you know, turn them away. Appreciate what you got to say about it, brother. And it's encyclopedic knowledge. I take it. Let's see. EC to fix it. I agree. PowerDirector is better. I use it often. Yes. Thank you for validating me. All right. So I stayed on a little late for you guys tonight, man, because I figured I can give my peeps a few more minutes. You know, ain't gonna hurt. Ain't gonna hurt nothing. Give my peeps a few more minutes of my time. But it's 4 after 9, almost 5 after. So I want to close things up by first and foremost saying thank you so much for riding with me every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. You better be back next week. I'll be looking for you. No swimming in the pool, Neil. Get your behind in front of that pew and get into this live stream, all right? Alan from SoundSpeeds, thanks for dropping through, my man. Peter J. Milner, my head moderator in charge, thank you, sir, for doing your thing as usual, coming through every week so late in your local time zone. Everyone, Steve, Geezer the Tech, EC the Fix, William, Phil Hatton, Crankin' and Yankin'. Everybody, thank you so much for joining me for this live stream. Now, if you guys didn't get a chance to, hit me up with a super chat or a super sticker. It's all good. I appreciate you guys for stopping through. Hopefully next time you guys are in a better position to help me out and help support the channel. But today, I'm all good with, you know, just being able to relish in your company, have fun, have good chats and conversations, and do our thing. So, anything else that you guys want to ask me, you better wait till next week, buddy.